It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do balance. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. His way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Yeah, following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. Wrong. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Yeah, Chris Rock issue 1 too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Back to throw. Schultz.
Let's go back.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. To throw is Luton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Defensively, here we're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Play fake, and here's Luton. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Dang. This nigga had 3 men in the backfield before I can even complete the play action.
2nd and 16. They're going play action with Luton. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Luton to throw.
What you say?
Being chased out left. Hit as he
I just like them
incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays.
They like them. I like
that's
them.
A disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
You know, I got them black and gray ones like that. I like them.
The Browns drive about to get started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
I bet you will.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Schultz. Eluding the pressure right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
I don't think it's enough pay for it to do that. Yeah, is it that? Yeah, change up the color scheme. Yeah, that'll be dope.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
This is taken at about the 14. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
You gotta hold on, get this motherfucker off. You get his beat.
And he's taken the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback. They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd down, Love. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Now Luton. Escaping the pressure right.
I threw it right to him.
Intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now a 2nd down and 6. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And down inside the 15 he goes. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Oh, he got Jerry Jeudy.
Now the try here for the point after.
I'd have played that a little different.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only run of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. This is Love. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. On 2nd and 15 now. Luton flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he's still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. They'll run forward Love, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And this Browns defense stands tall. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
To throw on 2nd down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Throwing after the interception, Schultz. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun, Schultz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it...
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawks touchdown.
Oh, you playing your game?
DK Metcalf.
Oh, I thought
his
Beasley
second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now 21-7.
Oh, he just took
the
it.
kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Okay.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. That one is caught by Hunt. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Schultz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give running right is Love. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Throwing is Luton. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Judy. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down. Burrell. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Luton. Throw left side complete. That's Tucker. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Back to throw. Schultz swings this out for Hunt. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The point after is good, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing after the interception, Schultz. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 39. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did early.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Luton. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Nobody.
On third down, here's Love. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on E. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Flushed out right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Browns drive about to get started. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Burrell gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Back to throw again. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Buying time to his left. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw. Schultz. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. He's letting this one go for Fuller, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Will Fuller, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. The extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 22. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Eluding the pressure right. And he completes it to Hunt. Oh, what a move. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Hunt. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On first down, Schultz. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Second and 3. This will be caught. Judy. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the